Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. In this video, we're going to be setting up my May planner. Yes, I know it's a little bit late. Okay, it's a lot bit late, but I'm running behind. So let's go over my April planner before we get into the May. So for April, I did a print and plan planner. And this was a She Plans print and plan planner that I was using for April. It had a weekly overview, which I really liked. And then each day I created a 2-page daily. She Plans comes with a 1-page daily. So blank page looks like this with the timeline on one side and then just a note section. And now it's all stickered up. I put a separate page in, which is just a blank page that I use as an extra page for the second page. And it's just like a page like this, lined notebook looking paper for the second page. So I do love this layout. It's a 2-page daily. I've done several 2-page dailies. As long as it is a 2-page daily, it works really well for me. And the reason I did She Plans in April is that it was my favorite planner to date that I used this year. After the classic size planner did not work for me, I was a little frustrated. I just wanted to go back to a planner that I knew would be super easy to use and had everything I needed. So if you've been watching my videos, you know that maintenance is not a problem. I do these lines with the washi every day to get the look that I need and to get the sections that I need. And it's actually just a fun detail, so I don't mind heavy maintenance to fix up a planner. And that is important because of my May planner choice. So I could have printed more of the She Plans planner, but I think I'm gonna go a different route. So right at the end of April 12th, I started getting incredibly busy. I decided to paint my entire house. It was all dark colors on the interior. So I painted kitchen, dining room, living room, and my bedroom. Still working on my husband's office. So I just defaulted to my list planner, which is super messy. Just lists, which when you're making a list planner out of the She Plans planner, and even like over here was a list, it gets really plain looking. So I started using a colored pen just for some fun color on there, but still a very messy list. So that's how I ended April, and it was really just because with the painting, you have to move all the furniture, you have to take everything off the wall, you have to tape everything. It took a really long time. So my days were not spent planning, and I didn't get as much done in any other category except the painting. So I am looking forward to going back to my full sectioned off planner. Let's go over what I did in April. I did a time blocking section, which is like a timeline. I still want that. I have like a to-do list over here for the household. I did like to put the weather in there. I have wellness up at the top here, some work, or if I didn't have work things to do that day, just some other projects that I'm working on, and then some miscellaneous with a list for my boys somewhere in the bottom. So that's how every day ended up. The boxes were fungible in that I could move the topics around. They didn't always have to be like the work section. I did keep the wellness section all the way at the top. I did keep these the same, but these bottom boxes here were just kind of move around for whatever I needed to write something. So I really do like the format. The other thing I like about the She Plans is the weekly overview. Although it comes with a 1-page weekly overview, I did really like that at first, but because I needed a second page for Sunday, I went ahead and added this page and I broke it apart. And I ended up liking this more, just having some pre-plan areas for the days. Over here I did my workout schedule and what we were eating for dinner. And then these were like a full pre-plan of things that were going on or things that I needed to get done and remember. So that's how I was using the weekly overview. Okay, so also in my April planner in the back is my declutter planner. So declutter planner, I used an old Happy Planner vertical. It took a lot of maintenance to get all of this covered. Those are in previous videos on the channel. And I did well decorating the first 2 weeks, super cute. And what I'm doing is I'm just kind of writing down what I'm decluttering, maybe where from, sometimes what I'm doing with them. Most of it is going to donate unless it was old and broken that I was just holding on to. towards the end of the month when I got really busy, I barely had time to just write this stuff down. I didn't decorate. And that is one reason I do like having this pretty colorful planner here, is that when I didn't decorate, it still looked cute. So I did keep track of that decluttering. And this is the monthly overview where every day I wrote the total number of items. My goal was 5 items or more for every day. And this really helped me keep track. It was like this reminder, maybe kind of like this nagging friend to get things done. So I did appreciate having that. And those are the 2 planners that I have in my planner at all. And we'll go back into these 2-page daily sections. These 2 pages used to be 5 different planners that I flipped around to. I decided I wanted it to be open it up and see everything I had to do for the day on one spread instead of flipping around to all 5. Like, what do I do for work? What do I do for wellness? I didn't want to have to flip around. So I'm sticking with the 2-page daily, and I am going to stick with a declutter planner. I'm also sticking with the big size. I did the classic size for a month. It was way too small for how I write. But let's talk about this planner here. This is what I was using as my declutter planner because it's a very cute and colorful planner, as you can see. So we'll be grabbing this again. I believe it's March that works out for this month. And for the monthly, there's just a lot to cover up, but that's okay. But I chose a month where I would not have to redate it, but I redate anyway because I like a Sunday start. So this will be my declutter planner again. We'll get it put together. But for my main planner, my 2-page daily, if you guys did see any of my classic planner videos, you know that I took a regular, it was actually an hourly layout planner, and I made it into a 2-page daily. I kept my timeline on the right side, which I prefer it over here, and then I sectioned off the rest there. Now let me show you in the She Plans planner. Sometimes my timeline was on the right side. So here for Sunday, my timeline is on the right side. And the rest is over here, so I can write and check, like, clean, what do I need to clean, work, what do I need to do to work, and I can see everything without having to lift my hand, and I could just fill out my timeline. The next day, Monday, the timeline is over here on the left side, and it goes Tuesday, right side, Wednesday, left side. I was actually fine with that. Some days I would start to think of writing over here, but the way that I decorated it, it made it easy to remember where my timeline is. But I do prefer it on the right side. So going back to a happy planner, because I have all of these planners. Now this planner is from 2017. This is a memory keeping planner. The True Story. You guys may remember this planner. It is incredibly colorful. It's an undated planner, which I'm kind of looking forward to because I don't have to worry about numbers up here covering. I will just have to cover these days to make it a 2-page daily. And we'll go over what I'm thinking here. So once we get into a weekly spread, this will now be just one day, both of these pages. So let's just say Sunday the 11th, because that's what we're coming up on and what I'm going to be prepping for. So I will do my timeline here, and I have an idea of how to get that on there. And like I said, I don't mind maintenance. You can see from the She Plans planner, everything was sectioned off. There was a lot of maintenance to get it ready. Because this one has so many sections, I think it might be even a little less maintenance in a way. So we're gonna see how it works. But timeline will be here, household and cleaning here, probably weather and top 3 up here, work in this middle section if I have something for work, wellness up here, and extras down here. I like these side things. They're different every day because this will be, again, one day. Even just for the day, especially this week, what am I loving, thankful for? You know, it's kind of like a currently, which I really like, and I can just do it for the day. And then here, I can make a list here. So it has plenty of space. It's a big happy planner, technically a vertical happy planner. And I love the color. So when there's a lot of color like this, obviously these days will be covered up, so that won't be a thing, but I can choose stickers that have yellow in them or just coordinate with yellow. I'm not worried about the color, but also There are 3 different colors in this planner, and I'm gonna start with the pink. The reason is I kind of liked this divider for May, and it starts with the pink. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is let's get this started to get set up. So for May, I'm gonna grab off this cover because I like this cover on the inside. The outside is actually colorful and nice enough too, but I prefer a little more subtle. And if you guys have seen my previous videos, you know I'm not a huge fan of yellow, but this is kind of like a gold yellow, so I'm liking it. Perfect for May. The flowers are really gonna start turning colors and blooming. April showers bring May flowers. Okay, so look how cute that cover is. I really like the inside of most Happy Planner covers better than the actual cover that they feature. And then I have these discs. So these are sparkle discs and they have gold sparkle, which I thought would be cute with these gold polka dots. And I'm just gonna get those discs on. These are plastic discs. I don't remember what planner they came on. I think it was one of the kids' planners with the very neutral inside. Now my kids are still using Planner Envy signature layout with the green cover, although their Happy Planner cover did fit on it. And it's actually a personalized Happy Planner cover. It's not a official, but it's the size. Okay, so look at that. I do like that. Let's see. We'll put it on the white so you can kind of see it better. Just enough gold sparkle on there. So I like that a lot. Okay, so let's go to my first month that I'm gonna grab. Over here. Collect moments, not things. And like, I will probably not look at this divider very often. You know, we don't really look at our dividers. But if I do, it's polka dots and it matches the front. So I'm gonna pull out this whole month. And I'm gonna do a similar setup to what I have in the sheet plans. And the reason I'm switching back to Happy Planner is I got rid of all my classic Happy Planners. I knew they weren't gonna work. I shouldn't say all, because I think I have 3 left that I just really loved. I guess I'm gonna use them as notebooks or something, who knows. But other than that, they are all gone. But the big Happy Planners are the size that I like to use. So it was harder for me to get rid of those mentally because I could use them. And I like them. So I'm going back to this big Happy Planner. And again, this is the 2017 memory planner. I'll show you why it's a memory planner in a second. And I'm just gonna make this into 2-page daily. Because again, I do a lot of maintenance anyway on my sheet plans planner. So let's go over what this is gonna be. We have the monthly with no dates. So I don't have to erase any dates. I just have to add my dates. And I get to keep these really cute days because it is a Sunday start. Love the polka dots up here, and I'll just get some really bright colored stickers to accent when I decorate that. That will be in a future video. And what I wanted to show you is this weekly overview. Remember, Sheet Plans has a 1-page weekly overview. I change it from a Sunday to a Saturday. That's why it kind of looks, you know, customized. It's usually Monday through Sunday, the way that she has designed it, and you just get this 1 page. Again, I added this extra page so that I could have a 2nd page for Sunday, but I really ended up liking having this extra page. So for this first week here, we have the monthly overview here. For this first week, this is gonna be my weekly overview. I'm tempted to keep it from Monday to Sunday and just do the Sunday first, like make this the 11th and then jump back around because I think the days are cute. I'm tempted. We'll see what happens. That'll be in a different video when we're really setting it up. But this overview will be the weekly overview. And I like it because this week, it says this week, and then I can put what I'm loving for the week, thankful for, thinking of, etc. for the week. And I think we have another one later though. Do we? Yeah. So this will be the daily one, but this will be the whole week one. All right, so weekly overview. Then this double page spread is going to be a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I need to go into the planner And I'm gonna stay with pink for this first week and go back and grab Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I need 4 more pages in the pink. So the pink is, let's see, I think we have it back here first. Okay, so Wednesday. So I need this one for Thursday, this for Friday, this for Saturday. So because I'm so late in the month, my May planner is only gonna have 3 weeks. It's still gonna be plenty bulky. So let's just make sure I did this right. Monthly, weekly overview, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. All right, and then, let me grab one more page that's not this currently page. And I think this next week is gonna be mixed colors. So let's see how that looks. I think it'll be fine. So we'll take this out. So this is Saturday. So this will go back into my weekly overview. I think we're gonna switch colors. We could try to find more pinks. Let's go to this fun blue now. I'm gonna take this currently page out and just stick with the blues. So this is the weekly overview for May 18th. And then we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and we need more blues. Four more pages of blues. I know this is a little confusing. I hope it's making sense in a way to you guys. Hopefully you're kind of getting it, what we're doing. It is essentially what I did with the classic planner. And I did have to work with other colors. No, I didn't. I didn't have to work with other colors in that one. All right, so this is the weekly overview. That's a nice way to tell that we're splitting it between a week too. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And now we have the yellow that we're gonna use. And the yellow is gonna be the last week of May. Which will be the 25th through the 31st, and the May actually ends on a Saturday, which is perfect for a Sunday start planner. Okay, let's go back and do, for my 2 colors, we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Perfect. And that will be May 31st. Okay, so the only other thing I'm thinking here, let me get to another pink one. I kind of wanted to do monthly goals too, so I'm gonna need another page in here. So this first one will be monthly goals. I think we'll do the second one as weekly goals. All right, so I'm just adding one more page to the first week so that I can have a monthly goals section. And I didn't use that in my She Plans planner, but I would like to. We'll see if I use it. This time it just may end up being an extra page, and this will be weekly goals. Okay, so that's my whole month of May using this memory keeping planner. And what I wanted to show you was different about the memory keeping planner is after their last divider, let me find where it is, as I flip this around. Yeah, that's the front. Okay. After this last divider here, it's a two-sided divider, which is not typical with Happy Planner. And you have all these extra sheets, which I can go grab if I have like a really good day and I want to document it. You can put pictures here, but you can also put notes. It doesn't have to be pictures. This is one thing I really liked about the old memory planners. All these really fun extra pages that you can pull out anytime. These are all the best day. We have really cute birthday pages. So now they have memory keeper, I think like accessory books. They'll have some of these pages in there. But you used to get a full planner and the extra pages. And look how pretty this happy day is. And then you have 30 days of gratitude. Summer. So this must be for spring here. This one's spring. Summer. 30 days of gratitude for summer. Autumn. 30 things you're grateful for. And it's Christmas, but a holiday. Winter. 30 days of gratitude. So that's what makes these memory keeping planners really special. And I have several of them. So I don't want to get rid of them. I love the extra pages. I love how cute and colorful they are. There are some that are more neutral, obviously. And now I'm getting to use them. So we'll go over a little more how that's going to work in a moment. Let's get our divider. So I'm going to come into my April planner, grab my, I had some extra pages back here in case I need note pages, but my declutter planner section is marked with this purple divider. Okay, so I was thinking, should I just do this planner still for my memory keeping? The reason is I don't have to redate. I just have to date. I don't have to put a new cover the month. This planner, as cute as it is, the monthlies, I mean, look, if you're not using this for November, which I probably just would, but I already used May, you have a lot to cover. So maybe for May, because I did use it, although I did use it for April. Let me see what April is. Yeah. April. I guess I could grab April for May. I thought April was a little early for lemons. But what I'm thinking for next month, let's just get to where I'm going with this. For June, I just keep June. And then I don't have to cover this up. I just have to put 20, redate. I will have to redate and reday every week, which is what I was avoiding. But I don't think it's that big of a deal. So maybe we'll grab April. Oh, see, I have the back there. Let me see how far it goes. So I have the last page over here. Yeah. We go to 28th, but I'm redating anyway. So anyway, I used May. Why? I had to cover everything. I should have just used April. So May, like in the back weeks, I just cross it out. I didn't even cross it out there. Okay, well, let me get the June currently out too. I'm gonna put it back in for June. Just in case, gals. All right, so what I'm saying is from now on, I think I'm just going to do the month that it says it is. Yeah. The graphics are cute for the correct month. So that's what I'm gonna do. So right now I'm gonna use April because I already used May. All right. I was really considering just grabbing an extra month from here, but that's okay. I like this idea better. Let's grab out April. I forgot. Forgot what I'm doing here. Because that's pretty cute for me. Again, the reason it's going to work is because I'm so late in May doing this, so I will have plenty of days still. All right. So April, so I'll change this to 2020, redate it, which I would have had to do anyway probably. And then when I get into the month, I'm starting with the 11th, 18th. Still have enough days for May. Okay, so this is my May declutter planner. Vertical layout from Happy Planner. Really cute planner that I grab it from. And then this is my May weekly or daily planner, my catch-all that will have everything in it. So I'll practice a little more before my video tomorrow where I'm actually setting up for the week. Definitely will get Sunday done and decorated tomorrow. But this will be the timeline. Again, this is going to be something like top 3, weather, so we'll do house, cleaning. These are kind of interchangeable. And then pretend like this is the second size over on the left. We will have work, we'll have Wallace. I think this could be, we'll do boys maybe, their list here. Let's do dinner in here. Same place every time. And then these are extras. So sometimes things come up, like somebody comes over or something happens. You get a package in the mail. My mom sends packages in the mail, or anything that can happen. That's where this type of thing is going to go down here. Okay. And again, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually 6 planners that I used to have in the fall that I flipped through to 6 different planners to have this one open spread. It will be open spread. This actually doesn't look so bad. The other thing, obviously, I would do this first, or I could leave it because it's cute, you know, and just have it like a little phrase and maybe just, you know, erase the lines around it. So those are the options. And that is another thing about, let's go back to this planner. The Memory Keeping Planner is every week has really fun dot grid, actual grid, lined sections. So see, for this one, I would have to white it out, right, to do my lines. But I could leave this dot grid down here. I could put a sticker down here. I could leave some of these other ones. I will have to white out all the days, but I will put the date on the top. So yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very similar to the classic planners. If you guys were watching those where I was making that a 2-page daily, it's gonna be very similar to that. So let's go back to the beginning and kind of see what we have here. We are starting on Sunday. For right now, I'm still just using notes in my old planner. I'm just writing down notes, list really is what I'm trying to say, of what I want to do. So I won't be starting until the 11th on Sunday. So starting on Sunday, we'll be getting into this daily, 2-page daily planner. And we'll get that set up in a different video. And then we have the declutter planner back here, which is also going to be fun. Although a little more maintenance to fix up. But that's okay. All right, so that is my May planner, cover, discs, new pages from an old big Happy Planner vertical, the memory keeping style. Very colorful, and I'm excited to get started. I'm excited to not waste my big Happy Planners. The ones I've kept, classic, made me very frustrated. They are gone, and actually I did get rid of some of the big ones that weren't colorful, just because I really want to focus on the color. These are the reasons I bought these planners, is because they're so pretty and colorful. So we will get started in the next video getting this decorated for the week to come. But that is my May Big Happy Planner setup, using a Big Happy Planner memory keeping planner, vertical layout, undated. Stay tuned for the decoration videos and the setup, which is going to be a little more complicated than I thought, in future videos. Thanks so much for joining me today on Tamara with a Plan. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.